Create a video for YouTube Shorts about Enoch, the man who walked with God and never saw death. Hook. What if I told you there was a man who never experienced death? No funeral, no grave, no recorded last words. One moment he was walking on earth. The next, he was with God. His name was Enoch, and although the Bible gives him only a handful of verses, those verses reveal one of the most extraordinary lives ever lived. Who was Enoch? Enoch was the seventh generation from Adam, living before the Great Flood during a time when humanity was becoming increasingly corrupt. Yet in the middle of a wicked generation, Enoch stood apart. The Bible doesn't praise his wealth. It doesn't describe military victories. It doesn't mention building cities or kingdoms. Instead, God highlights one defining characteristic. Enoch walked with God. Genesis 5:24. That simple statement is repeated because it was the secret of his life. What does it mean to walk with God? Walking with God is more than believing He exists. It means living in continual fellowship with Him. It means choosing God's will over your own, listening before speaking, obeying before understanding, trusting even when the future is unclear. A walk is made one step at a time. Enoch didn't have a Bible. He had no church, no worship band, no Christian podcasts. Yet his relationship with God became so intimate that heaven took notice. Enoch was also a prophet. Many people don't realize that Enoch wasn't only a faithful man, he was a prophet. The book of Jude quotes one of his prophecies. Behold, the Lord comes with 10,000s of his holy ones to execute judgment. Long before the flood, long before Moses, long before the prophets of Israel, Enoch warned humanity that God would judge sin. He wasn't silent while the culture drifted away from God. He proclaimed truth, even when it was unpopular. Then, something incredible happened. After walking faithfully with God for 300 years, Scripture records one of the most mysterious verses in the entire Bible. Enoch walked with God, then he was no more, because God took him. The writer of Hebrews explains what happened. By faith, Enoch was taken so that he did not experience death. Imagine the scene. One day, Enoch begins his walk with God as he had countless times before. But this walk never ended on earth. His journey simply continued into heaven. Why did God take him? The Bible gives one powerful reason. Enoch pleased God. Not because he was perfect, but because he trusted God completely. Hebrews says, without faith it is impossible to please God. Enoch's life became living proof that genuine faith changes how we live. The message for today: we live in a generation filled with distractions, compromise, and spiritual confusion. So did Enoch. Yet instead of walking with the crowd, he walked with God. The greatest miracle in Enoch's life wasn't that he escaped death, it was that he stayed faithful while everyone else walked away. Anyone can follow culture. Few choose to follow God daily. Closing challenge. If heaven summarized your life in one sentence, what would it say? Would it mention your career, your possessions, your popularity? Or would it simply say, they walked with God? Because in the end, that may be the greatest legacy anyone can leave. If this message challenged you, share it with someone who needs encouragement to walk faithfully with God, and remember, your daily walk with Him shapes your eternal legacy.